There's something extraordinary about the chosen ones. They often walk through life as if they're guided by an unseen force, wise beyond their years, unbound by rules, drawn not to doctrine but to divinity. While most find their spiritual identity within one religion, the chosen feel at home everywhere, and yet nowhere, because their truth is not confined to one book, one prophet, or one path. It's alive. It's vast. It transcends boundaries. If this message finds you in perfect timing, the moment your soul was silently praying for confirmation, type 111 in the comments to align with divine blessings, and don't forget to subscribe. Join this sacred tribe where truth meets intuition, and your soul is always welcome. Let's dive into the 8 powerful signs that your path is deeper, wider, and more divine than any label could contain. 1. You recognize truth beyond labels. You see the golden thread that connects all true spiritual paths. While the world argues over names, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jew, you see through the illusion of separation. You don't worship the outer forms, you seek the spark, the divine essence, hidden beneath layers of tradition. You hear the same sacred whisper in every teaching that comes from love, justice, and inner peace. The divine to you is not a name. It's a presence, a pulse, a living reality, and you'll never fit in a box, because your soul was never meant to be tamed. 2. You are spiritually fluid, not rigid. While others cling to dogma, you flow. Your spirit dances between traditions like wind through trees. One day, you sit in stillness like a Zen monk. Another, you cry out to God with the fire of a prophet. You chant. You meditate. You wander in nature. You do what the Spirit calls you to do, because your religion is intimacy with the divine. You are grounded yet free, devoted yet boundless. You follow not the form, but the essence. 3. You feel limited by organized religion. You know that most religions were born in truth. Mystics, prophets, visionaries heard the voice of God and gave us sacred messages. But over time, ego crept in. Control replaced connection. Rituals became hollow. Fear replaced freedom. You don't rebel to rebel. You walk away because you revere the sacred too much to watch it become stagnant. You don't want to sip from still water. You want to drink from the living well. Your soul was made for authenticity, not conformity. And if that means walking alone, so be it, because you walk with God. 4. You seek experience, not blind belief. You don't believe just because it's written or spoken. You want to feel ititio taste divinity in silence, in heartbreak, in synchronicities too exact to ignore. You crave direct revelation, not second-hand stories. You don't fear questioning. You fear living a life of repetition without revelation. Doubt, for you, is not the enemy. It's the doorway, and through it, you find truth unshakable, because it's been tested in the fire of your own experience. 5. You see the divine in all things. For you, God is not limited to temples or scriptures. God is in the rising sun, the falling leaf, the child's laughter, the stranger's kindness. You don't draw hard lines between holy and ordinary to you. Everything is sacred. You don't need altars, but you honor them. Because for you, the whole universe is a temple. You walk through the world in a state of awe, always watching, always worshipping, always awake. 6. You honor all prophets, not just one. You don't believe truth belongs to one nation, one book, or one teacher. You see Christ in compassion. You see Buddha in silence. You see Muhammad in surrender. Krishna in joy, Lao Tzu in flow. All are rays of the same sun. You don't elevate one to diminish another. You don't bow out of indecision. You bow out of divine recognition. Your heart whispers what egos deny. All are one. 7. You are guided by inner revelation. while the masses wait for signs from pulpits and prophets. You hear the whisper in the wind, in dreams, in numbers, in synchronicities. You are not just a reader of sacred texts. You are a living scroll, written by Spirit and unfolding page by page. You've learned to trust that inner voice, that sudden knowing, that sacred tug, that divine interruption. You follow the signs not in arrogance, but in obedience, because the divine is alive inside you. 8. You were born for a higher mission. To be chosen is not to be special. It's to be sent. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to wake people up. You are a bridge between worlds, a voice between faiths, a light in systems that have grown cold. Your presence alone stirs something ancient in others, because you don't carry religion. You carry revelation. You don't convert, you ignite. You don't divide, you unify. And even when you walk alone, you are never truly alone, because heaven walks with you. If you've ever felt too spiritual for religion, but too connected to deny the divine, this message was meant for you. You're not broken, that you're not lost, you're not confused. You're being called higher, deeper, wiser. Type 111 or 1111 in the comments if your spirit just whispered, yes. Subscribe and join this sacred tribe of seekers, mystics, and messengers. Together, we walk the path not of man-made labels, but of divine alignment. Because chosen ones aren't here to follow the old path. They're here to build the new one. This is Chosen-fi. This is your awakening. Welcome home.